Hey guys, welcome back to TNN. We are your hosts, Megan
and Megan. If you've never heard of TNN, it stands for Titan Nation News.
TNN is a program where you get important school news like sports, dances, and other news students care about.
We're doing a lot of new and exciting things this year.
First is Megan with the sports.
This week we have girls and boys soccer who will be playing in districts. We have girls volleyball, freshmen at 5:30, JV at 6:30, and varsity at 7:30 versus Shelby County at Shelby County. And we have Eastern at home, which is senior night on the 9th. Freshman is at 5:30, JV's at 6:30, and varsity's at 7:30. Next we have a TNN conversation with Morgan Bryant and Mr. Rush.
Welcome to a TNN Conversation. We hope you're enjoying this program of the news so far, but here in our little conversation corner, we'll be talking about anything and everything, but mainly nothing, which may sound a little bit redundant, but anywho, I'm your host, a sophomore here at Collins High School named Morgan Bryant, and I am here with our very first guest of a TNN Conversation, Mr. Charles Rush, the media arts and drama teacher. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mr. Rush, and I sure do have a lot to say about nothing.
Yes. So just a couple guiding questions, because some of our guests don't really have anything they particularly want to talk about. Let's just start off with one really easy one. How are you? How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm having a fantastic Monday. We're looking forward to school-wide testing tomorrow on Tuesday, and I think we're off to a great start to the school year.
Yeah, school-wide testing. What a
Yeah, it can be kind of tough, but it's great and very, very important. So we're ready to handle any sorts of issues that are sure to rise tomorrow, like the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's one of probably the biggest fear that we have right now as a school is the Wi-Fi probably breaking down for the first hour or so.
Sure, it happens, but just like we learn in our media arts classes is that we learn to accept that technology is not always going to work 100%. So if we can just come in knowing that and working with our patient selves to resolve those issues, I think we'll be ready to go.
Alrighty, wonderful. Okay, so anything interesting happening in your personal life or anything you want to share besides, testing or whatever?
Well, I sure am. Of course, this will air on the first episode of TNN, but something to look forward to, I think, is, for me, Halloween is one of my favorite times of years. So I would love to do a really fun Halloween special for our second TNN episode. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I always deck out my home with lots of decorations and things and look forward to the trick-or-treaters that we get every year. So I'd say Halloween I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, something pretty spooky. Like myself personally, I make a bunch of costumes and I try and spook the trick-or-treaters that come around the house because, a little bit too old to go trick-or-treating myself, but
Oh yeah, we can still get in the spirit,
even
though we can't necessarily go get free candy.
Yeah. So, something just off the top of my head, do you have what us kids, our fellow kids, would call hot takes on anything that's happening in the school, like advisory or anything of that sort?
Well, I would say enriching students is something very important. That's the scheduling program that we use, and there will be offerings every Sunday by 4 p.m. Teachers will post what kind of offerings they have for that week, either enrichment or other kind of remediation or any kind of help that they're going to be offering for those students. So I think students should be aware that that's a place to go if they when they need help, because they sure will have to schedule every Monday for Tuesday and Thursday during advisory. So I think that's a kind of an important takeaway for the year.
All right, so finally something, a little tradition I want to start for a TNN conversation
All right.
is, do you have any funny jokes or any funny personal stories that you'd like to tell for our viewers?
Well, I'm a very kind of in the moment, punny kind of person. I'm a huge fan of puns, and one of my favorite foods is breakfast food of an egg. I think it's just an extraordinary breakfast food. It's most of the time it's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
It really just helps me look at the sunny side of life, and and eating eggs in the morning really helps keep my life from getting too scrambled. And yeah, I really think that this first interview went over easy. Don't you think?
Yes, I thought it was pretty excellent. So I hope you all have a very punny day and hope you enjoy the rest of this broadcast.
Now we have an interview with a couple of players on the basketball team about basketball highlights.
The first question is, why did you commit to WKU?
I felt like it was a place to be.
Why did you commit to Sanford?
It felt like home, and I got along with the players and the coaching staff real well.
Second question is there anything you need to improve before college?
My leadership.
Just get stronger and work out every day.
Who's the biggest inspiration to you?
Probably my mom.
My mom, my dad, and probably my grandpa.
What got you into playing basketball?
Because when I was little, Jacoby Evans, he taught me everything I knew, so I just felt like it was the thing to do.
I learned a lot from Caleb Quire growing up.
Who has helped to get you to where you are now?
My family, my coaches, everybody who's pushed me.
Everybody who has just pushed me to get better and become a better player.
Have there been any challenges in your basketball career that are hard for you to get over?
When I broke my foot.
No, I've never really been injured, knock on wood, because I don't want to get injured.
Is there anything you've learned with playing basketball with all the teamwork and skills?
That teamwork makes a dream work.
I like that answer. Because probably just working with other people and working hard to achieve a goal.
Wildfires have popped up around the world. Now we have a segment about lesser known African wildfires.
Everyone's heard about the Amazon wildfires, right? Well, what about the African wildfires? Have you heard of them? They do make up 70% of all worldwide wildfires.
Wildfires have been increasing the past few years all around the world. The vegetation of Australia, the Amazon rainforest, the dry forest and grasslands of North America and Europe are just a few of the fires occurring in the world. The biggest world fires are in Central Africa in the savanna region of the continent.
Amazonian forest fires have been reported on for many months, but what you don't know is that there are many other wildfires occurring worldwide that haven't made it to mainstream media. They're just as important. Asking why the African fires aren't getting as much recognition as other places like the Amazon are what people are wondering.
No discredit to the Amazon forest fires or saying that they're less important than any other world fires, because the Amazon is very important to the world, and the Amazon hosts rare species and important ecosystems and also produces around 20% of the world's oxygen. It also is important in limiting climate change, but the Amazon or any other environment is not the point.
It's about recognition. Knowing about other wildfires is just as important as knowing about the Amazonian endeavors.
Fires started through agricultural practices known as slash and burn to clear new land for crops. It is very unfortunate that they got out of hand.
The total area burned in 2016 in Africa was 4.9 million square kilometers, which is the same as 1.89 million square miles. Most fires are 100 hectares, or 247.1 acres, or smaller in size.
There's an estimated 10,297 separate wildfires in the Savannah region, spanning from Angola, Zimbabwe, the Dominican Republic of Congo, and Tanzania.
These African wildfires happen almost annually and can help ecosystems rejuvenate, but with fires this big, more and more carbon dioxide is being released into the atmosphere, only causing more damage.
Now people want to know what are the solutions that in place to combat the flames and stop this widespread destruction.
Many nations are offering up funds to fight the flames in Africa, as well as contributing protection efforts to citizens of the continent.
African fires are spreading rapidly and are becoming a serious problem, not only for Africa, but the countries surrounding Africa as these fires are continuing to spread.
The African wildfires, as well as the Amazonian fires and any other wildfire-inflicted country, are significant enough to be aware of, and all should be recognized everywhere in the world.
Going a little more worldwide, we have a segment about the rapid increase of rhino poachings around the world.
The northern right rhinos are in the path of extinction. There are 2 northern right rhinos left in the world, and they are females. The last northern right male has passed away back in 2018. The poachers are overhunting rhinos for their horns. The poachers are doing their own free will to hunt rhinos and use them for their product materials. The poachers are only going for the rhinos because of their horns. The government is putting out an order to save the rhinos. Stop buying anything that has something to do with the rhino's horns products. Rhinos are part of this world. We should not harm them for their horns. The horns are not valuable at all. Stop the poaching, save the rhinos.
TikTok.
Yes.
What do you like about the app TikTok?
Specific?
Yeah.
Big Andy.
Could you give us a brief description of who Big Andy is?
Big Andy is like 45-year-old man and
Actually, he's 41 years old.
41 years
He's
old.
located in Georgia. Yes, I know.
And
Do you follow longbald _ on TikTok?
yes, I do.
Do you know who that is?
You.
That's correct, guys. Follow longbald _ on TikTok. I'd appreciate your follow. And like my videos while you're at it, please.
Now we have a comedy skit called The Rascals of Collins High from some of our TNN members. Lastly, we have a movie trailer from one of our aspiring directors.
Agent, you have to infiltrate the base and prevent the mercenary from taking our confidential information from our headquarters.
All right, Colonel, can do.
We would like to dedicate this week's video to Olivia Craig and her family.
Olivia was a clarinet and concert band. She was a winter guard soloist and a color guard member. Our band family is going to miss her a lot, and we'd just like to keep her in her thoughts and prayers this week. Thanks for watching TNN.
Stay tuned for our next video.
See you next time.